Welcome back, everyone. On the previous video, guys, I just realized that due to some limited time, I couldn't do the indices, guys. So I did have a US30 on my watch list, guys, but unfortunately, I couldn't analyze it due to some limited time, guys. And now in this video, guys, I'm just gonna do the breakdown of US30 with you. And then remember, guys, my analysis are not signals, guys. If you want real signals, guys, you can DM me privately on WhatsApp or on Instagram, guys. Then we can take it from there, guys. But then these are not signals; these are the analysis. I'm still gonna look for the entries around this analyzed pairs, guys. Don't just enter anywhere, or when you see an order block, you mean you should enter or something like that, guys. I'm not liable for you taking the entries and then losing, guys. You will be doing that on your own, guys. Yeah. So US30, this is what I think about it. So if we can see what was happening in the past with US30, guys, US30 has been it has been moving to the upside, guys. It has forever been moving to the upside. So it's gonna be a good thing for us if we would look for buy positions. But then remember that the price uh, it's, it doesn't move actually straight to the upside. It moves something like this to the upside. So we should also target the sell positions, guys, because of the market doesn't move in a linear. So what I can say about USDT is that it's very volatile. When trading this one, I highly advise you to trade it on a smaller time frame, guys, and then with an account that is at least bigger enough to hold the drawdown, guys. Yeah. So this pair is very volatile. So my analysis is going to be from 1 hour. So you can see that I've been pushing to the upside, breaking those previous highs. Let me just start my analysis here. We have a break of structure here, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. And then by that we could see that previously the price has been coming to mitigate those left order blocks, but then remember that the price is not gonna mitigate every order block that it left. So even here, if I may push this one to this side where a break of structure, and even here where a break of structure, meaning if I'm focusing only on this part, this is my last low before this break of structure. So how am I gonna analyze this one, guys? Since the price failed to close above the since the price failed to close above this high here, I know that we don't have a break of structure yet. So I will take this one here as my change of character. Quickly gonna label that as a change of character. Why is it changing the name? Okay, here's it. Quickly gonna name this one as a change of character, guys. But then my order block, I think I do have an order block actually around here. But then remember, this is SMC and Falcon can use this both of these two strategies to look for those refined entries, guys. So it's nice when you know how to combine these two strategy. So somewhere around here we have an order block somewhere around here. But then I just want to make my analysis clean, guys. So the prices has been mitigating this order block, of which after that it took it out here. But then I'm not necessarily into that. So since I realized that I do have an order block here and a change of character here, I know that it has been mitigated and then I should look for an entry. But then for now, I'm sorry for that. Let me move these things. Yeah. So it's okay, or it's wise for me to look for a sell position after the price did something like this, of which is called mass psychology. So this thing, it happens a lot when it comes to SMC. The institutions know very well that we're targeting the order blocks, and then our stop losses is always above our stop losses. So they do some things like this to take a lot of orders out, and then after the price moves in the predicted direction. So how am I gonna look at this one in the future? I know very well that the price change character here. Then I know very well that it has to come at least to this area here. This is our last low after the price uh, change correct. So how am I gonna take this one? I'm gonna mix Falcon and SMC here. So here I'm gonna have my Falcon pattern, of which I'm gonna put this one below. It's actually something like this. Yeah. So when it comes to Falcon, this is my 90% rule, of which I know that the price has to come and reach this area. And then when it comes to smart money, I know that this is my last low after the change of character or after the break of previous structure. I know that the price has to come here. It is my targeted area. So how am I gonna take this entry here? I'm gonna look for an entry using both two strategies. But then remember now that since we're still around and since we're still in an area where we had an order block over, or since we're in a supply zone area, so I know that the type of entry that I will be taking here, it's also gonna it's also gonna include the SMC. But then for now, I wanna delete this thing here. But then I know very well that we're on our supply area there. So how am I gonna take this one? I'm also gonna make the patterns that really happened here. If I were to draw something like this, just gonna take the whole of this move like this. I'm not sure if you can spot something like a head and shoulder pattern, guys. I'm seeing something like a head and shoulder pattern. This one is my shoulder, and then I'm anticipating the next shoulder here, of which I'm mixing patterns and SMC. So those head and shoulder patterns is just pure price action, you guys. But then we sometimes use that. We sometimes use them when it comes to Falcon. So how am I gonna take this one? I know that the price took out this trend line. If I may extend this one to here, we can see that the price, it did took out this trend line, or it broke this channel. So how am I gonna take this one? It's gonna be to wait for a continuation pattern here, and then we go to the downwards. Remember, as I said, that this one here would be uh, our next shoulder, or our right shoulder, guys, since this one is our left shoulder. So I know very well that when the price give me something like that, I wouldn't mind, or I wouldn't hesitate to take this trade, guys. So the ratio is 1:3. But then remember that the price hasn't printed those things that we are looking for yet. So maybe it might amount to a nice risk to reward ratio after the price has built, or it has created this right shoulder here. But then remember that we're taking a reduced risk entry here rather than the risk entry at the top. This will confirm our right shoulder. If the price it were to push a little bit to the upside, you would know that this one we're gonna take it as our right shoulder. But then for now, as things stand, guys, the price hasn't created our right shoulder, or our right shoulder is not yet clear, guys. So we just need to wait for the price to give us an indication that right now we are ready to push to the downwards. Then we are. So I know very well that the trend is to the upside, but then those partial sells that are very important when it comes to uh, the indices. We can see that the indices, especially US30 and NAS 100, are pushing to the upside. So if you are taking buy positions, you can realize that you are not taking, you are not you are making money, but then you are not making a lot of money fast since the price is moving slow to the upside. But then if it's pushing to the downwards, I can also show you here that I'm anticipating a big move to the downwards. Look what happened here. We had a big move to the downwards. Look at the big moves to the downward. Every time when the price goes to the downwards, we are encountering a big move. Even here, we have a lot of candles to the downwards. Look what happens when the price pushes to the downwards. You always have bigger moves. Can go back and forth, try to look at those things. They are there. When the price pushes to the downwards, the move is bigger. So even this side, I'm gonna be waiting for a bigger move to happen here up until our 90% rule there. So it's easy when you mix the two strategies, and then it's easy if you know what you are doing, guys. So I think I'm done with this analysis, guys. I'm done with the analysis. Done with the analysis. Just waiting for the price to react in our favor. Then we're opening our trades. Remember, this is 1 hour. For refined entry, you can go back to what is it? On a 5 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, guys. US is very volatile, but then for me, I'm just gonna leave it here. I know very well that my entries would be on a smaller time frame, or it's better if you're trading with a broker that is low. What is it? That is low US or indices that are. I mean the brokers that have low volatility when it comes to the indices, guys. Yeah. So I'm done with this video, and I wish you all the best for the week, guys. For those who are new, please subscribe, like, and share the video, guys. Thank for those who already subscribed, guys. Thank you so much. This channel is it has grown because of you, guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.